Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here with Petra and Loki and Petra's pups. Loki is not Petra's mate. Petra's actually very far from her mate and her older pups. She got stranded in the wintertime. Those are bald eagles, I think. But she got stranded during a blizzard, got lost, couldn't find her way back, and wound up in Lost River. And it looks like Loki is probably going to mark territory, actually. Loki is the wolf that she's been working with. He is quite a young wolf, actually. He just turned 2, and he would be dispersing this fall. But he wound up on his own a lot sooner than that. So, Petra's been helping him learn to survive better after he's been mostly living off the cattle ranch and whatever he can scavenge, and he's been helping her care for the pups, which is something that's proven to be no simple task. Now, we did manage to bring down an elk yesterday, which is good. I think these guys are going to be okay on food while we leave them here. Let's just let Tala get some food. Unfortunately, we started with 5, and last episode was a little bit rough. It also left Petra with some questions. Loki has seemed nice enough, but after a run-in with a strange, tiny wolf-like creature at the ranch, it's raised some questions about Loki himself. His scent was a little bit too like that creature's. Petra really doesn't know what that thing was. It certainly didn't seem friendly, but it wasn't a wolf. It wasn't a fox, even though it kind of looked like one. And it wasn't a coyote. It's definitely something she's unsure about, and it's just one more mystery to add to the heap. There are still a lot of things that we don't know about Loki. But right now, Petra's bigger concern is the territory. Dusk is falling, so we might sneak back into the ranch, but I think we're just going to eat here today, actually. Not worry about it if we have a whole carcass, and hopefully Loki will also get some good food, especially after last night's fiasco. Oh, where did the carcass even go? Is it over here? I think so. But yeah, after that weird run-in at the ranch last night, I don't think Petra's gonna complain about taking a little bit of a break. Now, there is one thing that's been a bit of an issue here, and that is the Lost River Pack. They have been plaguing us. They've attacked us at least twice. And despite Petra trying to put up a bit more of a border here, they're still causing problems. So we're gonna try to reclaim a lot of this territory and hope they don't come after us for it. Just to keep up that extra buffer, Petra's a big believer that having a large territory is helpful in the long run. That will it'll keep them further away. Those are mule deer, but we don't really need to hunt them right now. So we're gonna reclaim at least these 2 hexes, and hopefully the third one that we never technically did claim. And hopefully Loki will handle some of the territory issues we're having down there. Wait a second, what? Oh, there's stuff going on in this half of the map that I didn't even notice. It looks like Van Winkle and Lucky are duking it out. But that's fine by Petra. She doesn't care. She's just gonna mind her own business and try to keep her pups out of harm's way. What? Why didn't you take Hank? This is in the middle of absolute nowhere, y'all. I don't think Petra has any idea what to make of it. It's just chilling here. Okay, then. Oh, Loki's here. Loki? What are you doing? I guess he must have come up here to mark these same hexes. We ended up coming down this way. Oh, there's one more that needs marking. Hey, bud. Yeah, I guess we rendezvoused here. He did a good job of marking the lower portion of the territory, but we do have a little bit more that we want to do, and then I don't think Loki found food. No, it doesn't look like it. So I'll probably swing by and go get that for him so that he can eat off of our carcass. What the heck? What? hold on a moment. These aren't coyotes. Whoa, goodness, you look like what was at the ranch. What in the heck? What are these things? Petra is confused, I think. Loki seems to be chasing him off, too. I don't think Petra knows what to make about that. That's her first time running into dogs. Apart from at the ranch, of course. What are you? Loki does seem quite upset about their presence. They almost look like Petra a bit, but at the same time, not quite. She's a lot bigger and faster, apparently. I'm trying to get a good look at him, but it's hard in all the grass. Loki is very upset. You can really hear him growling. I'm not sure Petra knows what to think of this. Suppose we've chased them off. What are those things? Where do they come from? They certainly weren't around in Yellowstone. Look at Loki's tail out, too. He is, not too happy about them, it seems. Apparently. Oi! Why were you just watching us? Get out! Apparently... Are you good? Evidently, he's had some experience with them, so it would seem. Alright, we've made it back. And we can feed the pups. They weren't that hungry, but we're certainly full on food now. They were getting ready to leave the den, though. Petra is, I think, relieved to be home. It's once again been a strange night, even though they didn't go to the ranch. But it's a night that's left her with a lot of questions. Most of them centered on Loki. Now that she's gotten a closer look at these dogs, she's beginning to wonder what exactly his connection to them could be. After all, his scent isn't quite wolf-like, but it's not quite dog-like either. It's something different. And his difficulty holding his own against other wolves is interesting too. He certainly seemed to struggle in fights, let alone trying to find enough food to feed himself. He's very peculiar. And although Petra has not wanted to become too invasive with her questioning, I mean, he hasn't seemed untrustworthy for all his secrets. She's beginning to wonder if it may be time to try and seek some answers. Well, once again, the sun is growing low, and it seems like Loki... Is he thinking we should go get food? We might still have some on that carcass. He probably is. But I don't know how much would actually be left there. Well, he looks like he may not be about to wait, actually. He's hurrying off again, but Petra's not sure she wants him to just leave. There was a bear on that hill. I think it's leaving us alone. Pele, please go in the den, though, just for safety. Yes, I don't think hanging out here with a bear around is a good idea, so I think Petra's gonna follow Loki. It's not quite time to head to the ranch for the evening, as she suspects they're going to need to. I guess Loki may actually go to mark some territory, too. We can reinforce a few hexes, but there's some things she'd like to talk to him about. Oh, there's more dogs here. Goodness. I'm not sure how I feel about them coming so close to my den. This is a little bit uncomfortable for Petra. And is this the same group? Hold on. You get. I think Petra's got a special grudge against the little one. Oh, Loki's chasing too. Thanks to the one at the ranch. But I think, having noticed these guys skulking around again, Petra would take the chance to ask Loki a few questions and finally learn more about her mysterious ally for this year. Finally, the truth comes out, and Loki reveals what he's been keeping to himself. He's not a true wolf, the son of a dog and a wolf. He had lived at the ghost town, yes, and his pack, made of his parents and his siblings, had struggled greatly between illness and eventually the attacks of the Lost River Pack, which is what drove the pack to its end. With Loki as its only survivor, he was forced to make ends meet, driving him to resort to hunting at the ranch for food, as the calves were weak enough for even a cunning young wolf dog to bring down. But when the calves grew older, he found he could no longer rely on them, and was driven to scavenging, harassed by the other wolf packs, and accepted by neither branch of his own kind. Wolves and dogs alike saw him as a threat, and in the end, he found himself alone, as Petra found him. It took Petra some time to come to grips with this realization. Certainly, it explained a great deal about Loki and his strange behavior, the strange scents, his solitary nature, his lack of skill at hunting, and his lack of strength against other wolves. But at the same time, she could understand why he kept his secret. After all this time of being chased out and harassed by those on either side of his family, he certainly couldn't have begun to trust easily. His secrets had not been kept with malice, but out of fear. And in the end, she did not deem him untrustworthy for holding them. She only hoped that, together, they might be able to help him grow and come to an understanding of how to survive in the wild. After all, both sides of his kin had managed to do just that. Perhaps it was only training that he lacked and not ability. And if she could help him as he had helped her, perhaps they'd both be better off. Well, as night falls, Petra and Loki find themselves at the ranch again here. And I actually see the herd up there. The ranch is certainly not a perfect source of food, but neither is it a bad one when they're able to hunt here. Petra still finds it worth it to come back. After all, nothing bad has ever really happened to them here. There's been some strange things, certainly, but the cows are weak. Loki wasn't wrong about that, and so while they're here, it's probably wise to take advantage of their presence. Make sure that we're not expending more energy than we need to. It's not as quiet here as it was, is it? Oh, that noise. I don't think that Petra's very fond of the racket. It's a little bit scary, honestly. Ugh, a bit ear bleeding. We did see the cows. We know they're huntable once again. They're not hidden away. Ah, it's loud though. What on earth is that horrible racket? I don't think Petra knows what to make of that. It sounds like the roaring of some great animal. Certainly not a pleasant experience, that's for sure. Here's the break. Okay, let's mark it. Fortunately, both it and the cows are not so close to that terrible din. They're over here, I think? Up on that hill, if I'm not mistaken. We saw them from outside the fence. Yeah, there they are. Now, we did discover that there's now a dog lurking around here. Oh, great, I hear the noises again. I don't know where the dog went. I think we're upwind, though. We might want to circle. If we circle wide, we should be fine. Just don't want to be sniffed out. Oh, goodness, the noise. At least we don't have to get too close to... Oop, gotta stay low, though. There's the sense, okay. This is really not an advantageous position for us. It's hard to even see anything without getting close. But... there's a calf here. I think we can go for it, quickly. Oh, Loki, be careful! Oh, I see the dog, but I don't think he's seen us. Alright, we gotta eat quickly. That was pretty clean. Yeah, I don't think he noticed. Okay, good. We stayed downwind of him. That other calf is just watching us. Alright, I'm gonna actually grab a meat chunk with us, because we've had some, whoop! I guess Loki startled one of them. We've had some struggles in between, and I don't know if Petra wants to have to come back to this racket the next night. Well, and I don't think there's going to be that much left on that carcass to begin with. In any case, we've got our food. I hope Loki got enough. I didn't actually check. But we don't have a whole lot of time before the pups are going to want to start leaving the den, so let's make sure we get back to them. Alright, we made it back. There's the pups. I think Petra is very relieved to see them, and we've got a good amount of food. This night was quite a successful hunt. I think, too, Petra feels a bit more at ease, now understanding Loki a little bit better. She was worried at first when she realized he was keeping secrets, but in the end, she understands them. I think she does wish that he could have told her sooner, but at the same time, she realizes he had a lot of reasons not to. After all, he hadn't exactly been well liked for his heritage before. But now that they've reached a bit of a better understanding, I think Petra knows a bit better how to help, too. To teach him to use the strengths that he has, and certainly he already has. He's been using his cunning to survive. If physical strength isn't his forte, then there's other ways to get by. And he's already shown himself to be quite clever at finding them. But Loki's lessons will have to continue in the next episode because we are getting to that time again. It's getting a bit late, and we'd best let the Steadfast pack get some sleep. So we'll go ahead and leave this off here for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.